You might not expect this, but even if you're completely alone, you still have a chance to survive a stroke. The key is knowing 5 essential survival steps, so you can respond quickly and correctly the moment a stroke strikes while no one else is around. Every second counts, and the difference between life and loss could be just 1 minute. Stay with this video until the end, because just one of these tips might be the very thing that saves your life, or the life of someone you love. Storytelling. Larry and the salad that changed everything. After a minor heart attack, Larry decided to change his eating habits. He now believes that every plate of greens is a natural form of medicine. Every morning, 68-year-old Larry makes his way to the local farmer's market in Santa Barbara. He carefully picks out ripe tomatoes, a handful of fresh arugula, a few olives, and of course, a bottle of cold-pressed olive oil. "The doctor told me I was lucky to survive that heart attack," he says to the familiar vendor. Now every meal feels like another chance to keep going. Back home, he turns on soft jazz, chops the vegetables slowly, and gently drizzles olive oil over his salad. It's a simple lunch, but to Larry, it's become a quiet ritual of healing. His granddaughter Ellie, just 10 years old, often asks, "Grandpa, why do you eat so many vegetables every day?" "Because I want to be there when you graduate," he replies, smiling with hope in his eyes. Larry didn't choose the Mediterranean diet by accident. According to Mayo Clinic, this way of eating can reduce the risk of heart attacks by up to 30% in adults over 60. And for Larry, nothing is more valuable than one more healthy day with his family. Number 1. Prepare a bedside emergency go kit. This is something you can do today, especially if you live alone and want more peace of mind at night. It will be your lifeline in those critical first moments. Create a small emergency go kit and keep it right by your bed where you can reach it easily, even if you're feeling weak. First and foremost in this kit, your phone, always fully charged. Make sure 911 is easily accessible in your contacts, along with the numbers of at least one trusted family member, friend, or neighbor who you know can get to you quickly. Once you're connected with the 911 dispatcher, put your phone on speaker. Absolutely do not hang up unless they tell you to. Keep that line open so they can monitor you, offer guidance, and reassure you until help arrives. Second, and this could literally save your life, is a clearly written list of your personal medical information. Write down your full name, date of birth, any medical conditions you're being treated for, like high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, or cholesterol issues. List all medications you take daily, including dosages. Don't forget to note any drug allergies. Finally, include the name and phone number of an emergency contact. Keep this paper with your phone or in a fixed visible spot in your kit. If paramedics arrive and you can't communicate clearly, this paper will give them invaluable information to make fast, accurate treatment decisions. Additionally, you might include a small, easy-to-open bottle of water in case you need to moisten your mouth. But remember, absolutely do not try to drink if you're having trouble swallowing. A small flashlight is also very useful, especially in the dark or during a power outage. And if you want to be extra cautious, a small whistle or personal alarm can help you make a loud noise to attract attention if you can't reach your phone or aren't strong enough to call out. This proactive preparation, combined with knowing how to use your phone effectively in a crisis, is your first line of defense. It helps you act quickly, provide accurate information, and significantly increases your chances of timely medical intervention. This isn't just advice, it's the most practical self-protection action you can take. Number 2. Recognize the earliest warning signs. Surviving a stroke when you're alone means knowing its signs, especially the ones that might be different from what you expect, or can even happen right when you wake up. Too many people ignore subtle signs until it's too late. For a stroke, pay close attention to the FAST warning signs. First, check the face. Ask the person to smile. Does one side of the face droop? Then, check the arms. Ask the person to raise both arms. Does one arm drift downward or feel weak? Next is speech. Ask the person to repeat a simple sentence. Is their speech slurred or strange? And finally, the most critical part is time. If you see any of these signs, even if they seem mild, call 911 immediately. Time is brain. Beyond FAST, also be alert for other symptoms like sudden numbness or weakness in the face, arm, or leg, especially on one side of the body. This can happen right when you wake up. Sudden confusion or trouble understanding speech is another red flag. Sudden trouble seeing in one or both eyes, like blurred or double vision, or a loss of vision, needs immediate attention. You should also be cautious if you suddenly have trouble walking, feel dizzy, or lose your balance or coordination. Lastly, a sudden severe headache with no known cause
can also be a sign of a stroke. For older adults, especially when alone at night or just waking up, these signs might not be obvious or could be mistaken for just getting older. Never assume. Even if symptoms appear and then disappear, it could still be a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, which is a major warning sign that a full stroke is imminent. Even if they seem minor, your life could depend on recognizing them.
Number 3. Call 911 immediately. Never delay. The moment you suspect any sign of a stroke, no matter how small, the next critical life-saving action is to call 911 immediately. Never wait to see if the symptoms go away on their own. Don't try to drive yourself to the hospital, and don't worry about overreacting. Calling 911 is the fastest and most effective way to get professional medical care, dramatically increasing your chances of survival and a better recovery. Remember, a stroke isn't something you can wait out. Every minute that passes, more of your brain is damaged. But when you call 911, trained medical professionals, paramedics, will get to you quickly. They are equipped to handle the situation, get you to the right hospital safely, and can even alert the hospital ahead of time so they're ready for you. If your symptoms suddenly get worse, you won't be able to help yourself. That's why trying to get there on your own is extremely dangerous. Let the experts do their job. You don't need to be 100% sure you're having a stroke to call 911. Dispatchers are trained to handle all kinds of situations. They would much rather send help for a non-emergency than miss the golden opportunity to save a life. Try to use your phone's emergency SOS feature if you're having trouble speaking or dialing. Know where it is and how to use it.
Number 4. Stay still in a safe position. Don't push yourself. After calling 911, you might feel antsy just sitting or lying still. But make no mistake, doing nothing right now is actually doing something incredibly important. You're giving your body, especially your brain, the best chance to limit damage while you wait for medical help. Staying still helps stabilize your blood pressure and breathing and ensures precious oxygen goes to your brain. So, stop all movement. Find the safest, most comfortable spot to sit or lie down. This is absolutely not the time to walk around, tidy up, or do anything else, unless it's crucial, like unlocking the door for rescuers, and only if you feel strong and safe enough to do so. Any physical effort now can make things worse and put more stress on your already vulnerable brain. The best position is often lying down with your head and shoulders slightly raised, about 30 degrees, if you're conscious and not having trouble breathing. If you feel nauseous or might vomit, lie on your side to prevent choking. The most important thing is to keep your body relaxed and minimize all effort. Don't try to tough out the discomfort or symptoms. That mindset might help in other parts of life, but right now it's a risk you can't afford. So if you feel any stroke symptoms coming on, whether it's facial droop, arm weakness, speech trouble, or dizziness, stop whatever you're doing immediately.
Number 5. Unlock your door for responders if you safely can. If you've called 911 and still have some strength, one small but incredibly helpful thing you can do is unlock your front door. It sounds simple, but in an emergency like a stroke, every second counts. A locked door can delay paramedics from reaching you, and right now, time is brain. Of course, paramedics are trained to handle these situations, even if it means forcing entry. However, breaking down a door takes time, causes damage, and could even startle or injure you if you're nearby. An unlocked door allows them to walk right in and start care immediately. This seemingly small act can save precious minutes that are critical for your recovery. If you live alone, especially in an apartment with multiple doors or a gated community, think about these logistics before a crisis hits. Is your door easy to unlock from the inside? Is your address clearly visible? Is there a way for a trusted relative or neighbor to have a spare key? These details might not seem urgent until they suddenly are. However, if getting to the door feels too risky, could cause a fall, or make your symptoms worse, absolutely do not try. Stay put and focus on staying calm. But if you're near the door and feel steady enough to unlock it safely, please do. You might also consider pre-planning solutions, like a smart lock you can control remotely, or a medical lockbox with a key inside, for which you can give the code to the 911 dispatcher. These are small preparations that send a clear message to those coming to help. You're ready, you've done your part, and now it's their turn to do theirs. You're not powerless when facing a stroke, even if you're completely alone. With just a few simple preparations, from a daily salad to an emergency contact list or an unlocked door, you're already buying yourself precious time. Remember, every second of delay means irreversible brain damage. And also remember, Every small action you take today could save your life or the life of someone you love tomorrow.